Hi, my name is Xavier Angulo, test candidate 1005. Today I'm going to be talking to you about our film, Rich Blood. It's an action-based film. I'm going to be answering some questions about the film, so we can begin.
How does your product use or challenge conventions? And how does it represent social groups or issues?
So, our product challenges, it uses conventions and challenges them in the sense of, most action movies, they have a good guy, a bad guy, protagonist, antagonist, and so on. And we have a clear protagonist and antagonist, the antagonist being Dale and the protagonist, the good guys, being the husband and wife who are interrogating Dale, who eventually kill him by the end. We used a lot of fighting, we used a lot of movements. We wanted you to be on the edge of your seat. We had a lot of, fighting. We use blood, especially a lot of action movies do have blood because someone's getting hurt, someone's getting cut, something like that. We were inspired by Sin City, so we used a black and white format. That's another action-based movie. It's a little dark. That's kind of what our movie was like. Social group-wise, well, we're really challenging the upper class, the hierarchies of society. Talking about like what rich people, especially in action-based movies, deal with. There's those who are rich and evil and those who are rich and good. Those who use their money for good things and those who use their money for bad things. And Dale's clearly the one who's using his money for bad things. And Leo and Josefina, our two group members who are playing the husband and wife, are trying to figure out an answer to something that Dale won't give. People want money for power and greed, and that's clearly what Dale represents. That's who I played. And bad people do have money in action movies, and there's always someone who's trying to solve this issue, resolve it, trying to make it better for everyone else. That's how it really challenges, social issues or groups, because it's really challenging that first class, upper echelon hierarchies of society that, you see in action movies, and sometimes even today. So next question, please.
How does your product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as a real media text?
So the way we really engage with audiences, we use music that correlated with the movements that was going on. We wanted the audience to be on the edge of their seats, like I stated before. We wanted the audience to be left on edge at the end of the movie because we didn't want to answer the full question. Because if the plot is given out fully, you're really not going to want to see the movie. You can make, guesses about what's going to happen. That's why we never really answered the question about what Leo and Josefina were looking for, the husband and wife pair, why they were interrogating Dale. The reason being is because if people knew, you're not going to want to see the movie. That's why when Leo, who played the husband role, kept asking Dale, where is it at? Answer our questions, Dale. We never wanted Dale to give a full answer to an extent that, it gives away the movie. It engages the audience just because, the way the film works and the way, it's very, it's a visual sensation, first of all, because of Leo's editing. And that's mainly it, that's how we try to engage. We just wanted you to assume that the characters are going to go on an adventure to figure out what they were looking for Dale, but they never got the answers because they killed Dale. So the way we're going to distribute the movie, if we were a low base budget, film corporation, we want to get the word out through free social media platforms, large platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. All these platforms are free to use. Anybody can use them and anybody can view it. So that's the benefit of those. And eventually, once we get funding, more, recognition from other larger corporations and, we get the money, you would need to make a movie, we'd pay for pay-per-views and movies, pay an even bigger production company to help us distribute the movie and so forth, commercials, stuff like that. But social media would be the biggest part of this, distribution process as, social media is free and anyone can view and anyone can see. So that's mainly it. Next question, please.
How do your production skills develop throughout the project?
Well, my production skills greatly developed to make me, a more versatile person so I can even go into the filming industry one day if I wanted to. I learned how to download music from YouTube, upload it into the video. I learned how to add titles into films. I really learned how to use a lot of conventions that films, use. And, luckily, thanks to Mrs. Santos, my teacher, and Leo Cremata, one of my group members who's very experienced with editing, they taught me the way of how to make a successful movie that people want to watch. Things like jump cuts, camera movements, because anyone knows how to use a computer or, hold a camera, touch the button, but you don't know how to do pans, tilts, engaging the audience in ways that, their heads are going to be moving up and down, following the camera, and the camera has to be steady. That's another thing I learned, that, you can't have a shaky camera. The audience is going to be disillusioned, or they're going to be very confused, they'll even catch a headache. But, I learned how to, take away sound, add sound, do contrast with colors, make it black and white, colorful, add more emphasis to other colors, transitions. I truly learned a lot with production skills throughout this project and throughout the year, thanks to my teacher and Leo. So next question, please.
How did you integrate technologies in this project?
So the way we integrated technologies within this project, the software we used was Final Cut. That's a very advanced software that Leo knows how to use, and he taught me how to use that software, how to edit, how to add these jump cuts, contrast the colors, making it black and white, transitions, titles, anything you name. Leo taught me it. And thanks to him, our film came out very beautiful. And the hardware we used, Leo, like I said, he's real into filming. We used a Canon XC4 camera, a very nice camera, really high quality. It really captures the moment. It's not blurry at all. The way that the colors look, the lighting looks, thanks to that camera, it looked very good. Another piece of hardware we used was the MacBook Pro. And the MacBook Pro, it's just a regular computer, but it's very, it's for editing. It's the Pro version of the MacBook series, or, Apple. So that's why we use that, because it's for, bigger projects, developing, editing, anything you can name. We got the music, by downloading / implementing it by video from YouTube. Like I stated, that's another skill I learned that Leo taught me and Mrs. Santos. But that's mainly it for the project. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for viewing this video. Have a great day and be safe. Thank you so much.